under Admiralty law, which is unconstitutional. We should be under common law, which is for the people. And in 1933, there was a huge change in, actually, the end of the Depression, but the United States of America went bankrupt in 1933, and Congress instated the Glass-Steagall Act, the 21st Amendment, which overturned the 18th Amendment from 1919, which was that you could not distribute or manufacture alcohol. It's never been illegal to drink alcohol, but you could not manufacture it or distribute it. So, once again, manufacturing is kind of like processing it in huge quantities. But anyway, that's a discussion that I should have with a special guest sometime in the future. Also, Americans became commodities, and I've been talking for months about our strawman, our Coupus bond, or our Social Security fund as goes along with your lineage of your ancestries. And I know that the Constitution speaks that all men are equal, but I believe that they're talking about the Magna Carta, which was instated in, it was 800 years last year in 2015, 800 years. King John basically instated that no one is above the law. But then we have the Clintons. And as we all know, Hillary Clinton is not expected to be indicted. I did get an email from an author that I might be inviting in future shows that said that there's still a possibility. And also Bill Clinton, when he was being impeached for the Monica Lewinsky scandal, behind the scenes, he was doing away with the Glass-Steagall Act, which was instated in 1933. So basically, I've been talking last week about how our politicians, our judge, and even our police force are all actors. They're completely unconstitutional. So we're going to come back and talk about Hollywood and government and history, and we're going to play some clips. So we'll be right back. This is Robin Zodiac here on CRN Digital Talk.
ले विच आ गया ने नेरिया चारे पासे गल्ला बिल्लो तेरिया ले विच आ गया री नेरिया ते नेरिया किसने दी सरकारे इन मुंडे लबदे सारे दस की जादू कीता तेरे आशिक हो गए सारे Napoli Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Aloha! Experience your home away from home being beachfront at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Begin your getaway, relaxing on over 11 acres of tropical Hawaiian gardens at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel, voted Best Aloha Spirit by Hawaii magazine readers. Just walking around the grounds with all the tropical vegetation, relaxing poolside, or kicking back in the sun on the world-renowned Kaanapali Beach makes you feel like you're home in paradise. There's a package to fit all your needs: wedding, honeymoon, activities, private parties, great food, or just good old beach fun. The hotel perpetuates the Hawaiian tradition at its best. Call 661-0011 or visit kbhmaui.com.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
And we're back. This is Robin Zodiac. And this week is like part 2 of government in Hollywood and how they're intertwined. And when we went off to break beforehand, a short little break, I was saying that our politicians, judges, and even our police force are unconstitutional. Basically, they are actors since 1933. So I had talked before about my lineage and my life story and how I grew up, and you know, from the age of 3 being put in a foster home in my early, well, I think it was like 5th grade, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, how an affiliate of President Carter was actually bred the Siamese cat that was given to Amy Carter during the administration of the Carters. And she had told me that when I was leaving play date, she said, remember that you always check that you're black on your Social Security forms. You'll live longer. So I had an early knowledge that something along the lines of my Social Security being dangerous. And then I have also talked about my heritage being affiliated to the Kennedys. And I've also spoken about how Joe Kennedy, and I wanted to correct myself. I said that it was rumored or it was knowledge that he was a bootlegger, but I was corrected that actually he laundered money for bootleggers or for the alcohol industry. And then I had spoken about how Jackie Kennedy married Onassis, who was from a tobacco family. And I have spoken before about my mortgage and being the owner of the gun registry of the Wild Wild West and firearms. I've also spoken about my birth certificate, which I like to read as 3 question marks. I believe it represents alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, the FTA, or ATF, excuse me. So anyway, I did have the privilege of talking with Jennifer Gardner many, many years ago when Violet was just a little girl. And she had called me for a reading, and then I ended up talking more about myself. And I had told her that, of my challenges in life, and I basically had stated, now this is, once again, it was years ago, so it was definitely before 2013, but I did tell her about the attack that took place that Susan Sarandon kind of awoke in my memory of in August of 2000. I think, ironically, it was August 5th, like the death date of Marilyn Monroe. And I told her that when I had gotten up, I had skipped away. And this is definitely common knowledge. There was hundreds and hundreds of people, possibly even thousands of people that witnessed it. So it's nothing secret. And if people were at the event, they probably realized that I got up and skipped away. So anyway, I told her a lot about relationships, and if you read my ebook, Secrets to Win a Marriage Proposal, I talk about how you have to, go through at least a year of getting to know someone, that it's very important to get through Christmas. It's the most important holiday for a couple to see if they're a good gift giver or if you can, compromise with someone that's stingy, et cetera, et cetera. So when Ben Affleck did Argo, which I do find interesting because I did mention to her about my youth and my friendship to a girl whose mom, was, a close affiliate. I'm not sure exactly how they were related. I am assuming, but I'm not going to make any assumptions here, that she knew that I had a connection with President Carter. So when Ben Affleck produced the movie Argo, his acceptance speech, he talks about there was a person, or he refers to, that he couldn't get a job in Hollywood. And I had told her that, psychics were taboo according to the networks in Hollywood. And so we're going to run that speech. We ended with Michelle Obama announcing the Best Picture Award, and of course Argo won in 2013. So we're going to listen to what Ben Affleck has to say about his award.
Ben, so ladies and gentlemen, our co-producer and the director of Argo, Ben Affleck.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I know eventually that thing's going to start to go, so forgive me if this is a little bit quick. I want to acknowledge Steven Spielberg, who I feel is a genius and just a towering talent among us. I want to acknowledge the other 8 films. There are 8 great films that have every right, as much a right to be up here as we do. I want to acknowledge them and thank them for what they did, and for many of them who didn't even get nominated this year. I want to thank, Jack McNeese and Jerry Specker and Marty Brest and my brother and my mom and dad and Patrick Weitzel and Tony Mendez, who let us do his story. Thank you. And I'm going to forget. I thank everyone in the movie, on the movie, worked on the movie, did anything with this movie gets thanked. I want to thank Canada. I want to thank our friends in Iran living in terrible circumstances right now. I want to thank my wife, who I don't normally associate with Iran, but I want to thank you for working on our marriage for 10 Christmases. It's good. It is work, but it's the best kind of work. And there's no one I'd rather work with. So, and I just want to say, I was here 15 years ago or something, and I had no idea what I was doing. I stood out here in front of you all, really just a kid, and I went out, and I never thought that I would be back here, and I am. Because of so many of you who are here tonight, because of this academy, because of so many wonderful people who extended themselves to me when they had nothing to benefit from it in Hollywood. You know what I mean? I couldn't get them a job. I want to thank them, and I want to thank what they taught me, which is that you have to work harder than you think you possibly can. You can't hold grudges. It's hard, but you can't hold grudges. And it doesn't matter how you get knocked down in life, because that's going to happen. All that matters is that you got to get up. Violet, Sam, and Sarah, I love you.
So I would like to publicly thank Ben Affleck, because once again, if you read my ebook, I talk about that, and obviously I'm not holding any grudges from my attack of 2000. So and like I said, obviously their marriage is still together, so it was a good reading. So we're going to come back and we're going to talk a bit more about Tony Mendez and the CIA and give you a little bit of update about how they are definitely intertwined with our entertainment industry. This is Robin Zodiac, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
ਹੱਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਨੇਰੀਆਂ ਚਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਹੱਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਰੀ ਨੇਰੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਨੇਰੀਆਂ ਹੁਸਨਾ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰੇ ਇਨ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਲੱਭਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੱਸ ਕੀ ਜਾਦੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਆਸ਼ਿਕ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੁਸਨਾ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰੇ ਇਨ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਲੱਭਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੱਸ ਕੀ ਜਾਦੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਆਸ਼ਿਕ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸਾਰੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਜਾਈਏ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for authentic family-style Italian dinners. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate your party or event in one of our festive banquet rooms. Angelo's and Vinci's, Fullerton, California, 550 North Harbor Boulevard. Named the Orange County Hot List Top 5 Italian restaurant for 7 years in a row. And a Top 10 pizza restaurant by Gale, featuring traditional and award-winning pizzas. Offering Sunday champagne brunch from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., just $16.95. Choose from over 20 items, plus create your own personal omelet. Delicious lunches, including our express lunch buffet, $8.95 with over 15 items, and dinner 7 days a week. Getting married? Angelo's and Vinci's won this year's Wedding Wire Couples Choice Award. You can talk to our experienced staff of wedding coordinators. We treat you as guests at your own wedding reception. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Is your business paying too much for your water? Pure Water Technology provides the world's best fully monitored, self-cleaning, bottle-less water purification coolers for your employee drinking water. That's right, I said bottle-less. Because Pure Water Technology can provide you and your employees with a much healthier and cost-efficient alternative than what you're currently using. And we provide free trials. Pure Water Technology has technology unlike any other company. And you can save an average office over 6,000 gallons of water annually. So you can do your part for our California drought, save water, and at the same time have happier, healthier employees. We use new reverse osmosis technology. It's available only through Pure Water Technology. No one else has this system. And we save water too. Log on to ditchthebottle.com or call 888-790-7873 for free information and your free trial. 888-790-7873. Call now.
And we're back. This is Robin Zodiac, and we've been talking about Hollywood and government and how they're very much the same. And basically, since 1933, politicians don't have any authority to decide on financial matters, but we're going to continue in history. So 1933 came into existence. Also, soon after that, FDR instated Social Security, and he used Shirley Temple as the poster child. And I've spoken about my encounter and my meeting with Shirley Temple many, many years ago before the release of Nelson Mandela, who she was very intricate in getting out of prison along with President Jimmy Carter. And they are both Democrat and Republican. So I thought that that was pretty monumental. And also, back in those days, Hollywood actors had a real hard time getting served in restaurants. They were known to be kind of scavengers. So it's hilarious how they're built up to be these icons in history when back in the 30s, they couldn't even go into a restaurant or a bar without being not served. So, okay, so that happened in 1933. FDR instated basically Social Security in 1934. I think it went into, or he announced it in 34. I think it went into existence around the same time period. I've also mentioned how the Wizard of Oz was very intricate with programming, and also the CIA came into existence September 18th, 1947. So we're going to play a clip of a little history of the CIA, and then we'll continue with how it affiliates with Hollywood.
At the end of World War II, Operation Paperclip was launched by the Office of Strategic Services, the OSS, to smuggle known Nazi war criminals into the United States for recruitment into U.S. intelligence agencies. The Nazis were cleared to work in America after having their backgrounds bleached by the military. False employment histories were provided, and their previous Nazi affiliations were completely removed from the record. The OSS provided a model for the Central Intelligence Agency that was established in September 1947. The CIA specialized in propaganda, economic warfare, sabotage, and demolition. By the early 1950s, they controlled over 25 newspapers and wire agencies and had 3,000 plus employees engaged in propaganda. Journalists willing to promote the views of the CIA included members of the New York Times, Time Magazine, Newsweek, The Washington Post, and CBS Television. The CIA's rise to power gave birth to the military-industrial complex. And by the end of Eisenhower's presidency in 1961, it had become evident that the federal government could no longer control the agency. The CIA had gone rogue.
That's right. So CIA went rogue, and so basically, it's Hollywood has definitely built up the CIA's Manchurian candidates. But a lot of times it can just be, it could be a call girl or a prostitute collecting information, or it could be an assignment of marriage. Usually CIA agents do live outside of the country and pass on information. Basically, there's so many forms of social communication right now. And obviously, I'm being watched. My website gets many, 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 many more hits of any other place than Ashburn, Virginia, which there's two actually CIA headquarters. I don't think they're headquarters, but I know James Clapper's offices are there, which I find very interesting. Also, CIA had a lot to do with MK Ultra mind control, and I've talked about this before, how it was basically from talking with or interviewing Jerry E. Smith, who's now passed away. He had said that it came from South Africa, and they did a movie called Safe House, which was starring Denzel Washington, which was filmed in South Africa. So as you can tell, we're going back to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about not only the CIA, but basically the money and the backing of both Hollywood and government and how they're so intertwined. And we'll be right back. This is Robin Zodiac on Sierra and Digital Talk.
ਚਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਹੱਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਨੇਰੀਆਂ ਚਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਹੱਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਰੀ ਨੇਰੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਨੇਰੀਆਂ ਹੁਸਨਾ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਲੱਭਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੱਸ ਕੀ ਜਾਦੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਆਸ਼ਿਕ
As we are all aware, restaurants and celebrity chefs come and go. But one restaurant is constant, El Cholo. Hi, this is Larry Elder. Since 1923, the original El Cholo on Western Avenue and those in La Habra, Santa Monica, downtown LA, Anaheim Hills, and the latest Corona Del Mar have served millions of loyal fans and multiple generations. If you've dined there, you know the reason why. It's those fresh green corn tamales, Carmen's historic nachos, the margaritas, and so much more. Treat yourself and dine at a restaurant you really want to go to, not one where you're supposed to go to. El Cholo. I know I do.
So you've missed the healthcare deadline and don't have any form of healthcare? Liberty HealthShare has the answer. Liberty HealthShare offers an affordable healthcare option that allows Americans to enroll any time of the year. For those of you who have already enrolled but just aren't satisfied with what you've chosen, there's still hope. Liberty HealthShare allows Americans to control, manage, and direct their healthcare, yet still be in good standing with the Affordable Care Act. Members are exempt from the tax penalty and mandates imposed on individuals for not having healthcare insurance, thus giving you freedom from insurance. Liberty HealthShare empowers their members by giving them the ability to choose any doctor or hospital across the nation. Memberships are for individuals, couples, and families, offering a variety of options to best suit an individual's medical needs. If you're a freedom-loving American like myself, looking for contract-free healthcare, then this is for you. For more information on how to enroll at any time of the year, call 855-585-4237 or visit libertyhealthshare.org to request a free estimate. Do it today.
This is Larry Minetti for Herpanicin, the acne medication that really works from the inside out. If you suffer from skin problems, Herpanicin is the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out and gets rid of all kinds of acne and blemishes on your back, neck, and your face. It works so well, you can look and feel like a movie star. Herpanicin, a natural supplement created by Dr. Wayne Diamond. You take a pill, and that's it. I've been on these supplements, and they really work, folks. Don't be afraid to look in the mirror ever again. Get Herpanicin today. Call 888-467-4200. That's 888-467-4200. Herpanicin, it really works. 888-467-4200. Tell them Larry Minetti told you to call and look and feel like $1 million with Herpanicin. Call 888-467-4200.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Hi, I'm Dr. Parthenia Grant. Tune into my show, Divine Love Talk, where you will learn secrets to longevity and health, ways to move into oneness, discover powerful tools to gain victory over self-sabotage, and get enlightened about relationships. So tune in to CRN for Divine Love Talk right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
So tune in to Divine Love Talk Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
And we're back. This is Robin Zodiac. I'm here every Sunday at 1300 hours for an hour. And we've been talking a lot about what's really going on behind the scenes from a psychic point of view. So we just shared a clip about CIA history and how it was established in September 18th of 1947. And Prescott Bush definitely had a hand in, creating the CIA. And once again, it was called the Office of Strategic Services prior to the CIA, and how they were developing mind control. But it's interesting because Prescott Bush was trying to overturn or throw out basically FDR. And FDR, basically was pillaging people's strawman or Coupa's bond or Social Security benefits. So, there's good and bad in all. I mean, yes, you can say, the Illuminati's all evil, but basically, they distribute stock of their, personal wealth. And yes, it has created numerous bubbles of, economy, It has created a lot of chaos, and once again, like I've talked before, if one person is affiliated to, all those shares and calls it all in, it's definitely going to create a lot of havoc. But another thing I wanted to talk about is that basically Hollywood is funded by either war, death, or arrest and inmates. So inmates are sitting in jail or prison, and basically their strawman is being traded on Wall Street, and that's what's funding the media. So that's why the media is always gunning for a suspect, to be guilty and planting ideas in people's minds so a jury doesn't really give them a fair trial, which is definitely, very unconstitutional. Because we are allowed to have a quick and speedy trial amongst our peers. Another thing that Ed had said in the CIA history clip that we just played, that CBS television was definitely a leader, and I just wanted to follow up with CBS and NBC. I've played a clip before in the past how they awarded the late First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy and Senator Robert Kennedy a can of film on May 6, 1967, and for the John F. Kennedy Library. And that was monumental. I've always said that that had a lot to do with basically, creating an adhesion. We've talked about mortgages being an adhesion contract, and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights being an adhesion contract, how slavery and, Africans are brought here because of their wealth of being from a continent, and they're strawmen picking cotton, which, creates paper money and also another form of adhesion. I'm going to talk about paper money and Lincoln and the colonial currency in another show. But today I just really want to focus on Hollywood and currency. So we're going to play another clip that basically was a man that, got arrested and his rights were violated. He fought for justice, and his name was Clarence Gideon. And so we're going to play that soundbite of Gideon's Trumpet. It's a movie that you can watch on YouTube. This took place in November 21st, 1963, the day before JFK's assassination. So let's play that clip.
On November the 1st, 1963, Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy said, "If an obscure Florida convict named Clarence Earl Gideon had not sat down in prison with a pencil and paper to write a letter to the Supreme Court, and if the Supreme Court had not taken the trouble to look for merit in that one crude petition among all the bundles of mail it must receive every day, the vast machinery of American law would have gone on functioning undisturbed." But Gideon did write that letter. The court did look into his case, and he was retried with the help of a competent defense counsel, found not guilty, and released from prison after 2 years of punishment for a crime he did not commit. And the whole course of American legal history has been changed.
So that's what Robert Kennedy had said, and that was a narrator speaking of his words. And my notes were incorrect. It's actually November 1st, so it was 21 days before the assassination of JFK when he was released. So the thing is that when you're released from prison and you did not commit a crime, the state is entitled to pay you. And a lot of times that basically is your money anyway. It's bond is insurance policy that you're going to make it to court, which is unconstitutional. And once again, it's there's a lot of false flags, which is a CIA term of. There's many news stories in the media. Everything from Sandy Hook to 9/11 to Orlando to the San Bernardino shootings. Those were all media organized media propaganda, as we heard from the CIA history clip. So do we have time for one more clip? No, we don't. Okay, so we're going to be going to a commercial break pretty soon. And when we get back, we're going to talk about Nixon, Tricky Dick. We already know that he was the one that lifted the adhesion of paper money being of gold value. And, basically the gold standard going away. But also he did some more scandalous things behind the scene that probably did lead him to his resignation, more so than, secret tapes or deletion of secret tapes. So once again, this is Robin Zodiac, and I'm here every Sunday at 1300 hours. Check me out on the web at psychic.com. That's the word psychic with a dash in the middle.com. There's quite a few posts and a lot more detail about what I talk about on the show every Sunday. We'll be right back with more on CRN Digital Talk.
चारे पासे गल्ला बिल्लो तेरियां हल्ले विच आ गईयां ने नेरियां चारे पासे गल्ला बिल्लो तेरियां हल्ले विच आ गईयां री नेरियां ते नेरियां हुस्न दी सरकारे इन मुंडे लभदे सारे दस की जादू कीता तेरे आशिक हो गए सारे.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Here's an important announcement for prescription drug users. If you take Synthroid, Lipitor, Crestor, Nexium, or any other expensive prescription medication, we guarantee you're paying too much. A new program is now making these important drugs available at a fraction of the local pharmacy price. For example, 100 milligrams Synthroid in your local pharmacy is about $1 a pill. The exact same medication is about 30 cents a pill. You can save up to 70% on most of the top 200 drugs prescribed by U.S. physicians. Call right now and see if you qualify to get this special offer of a 3-month supply of most of the top-selling prescription drugs for less than $100, plus shipping and handling. Call right now toll-free and start saving on medication for you and your family. Call now, 800-362-9337, 800-362-9337, 800-362-9337. That's 800-362-9337.
And we're back. This is Robin Zodiac, and we're here. Well, I'm here every Sunday at 1300 hours, and hopefully we'll have some special guests coming up. But we've been talking about how the media is funded by the inmates, war, death, Social Security, strawman, and Coupus bonds, and how government is not entitled to access that, but they have been since 1933. And Tricky Dick in 1974 set up the Congressional Budget Act, which went into existence July 1st, 1974, and then he resigned on August 8th, 1974. And we're going to play a clip of when he was getting set up for the shot. Now, I have spoken that I did get an autograph from Patricia Eisenhower, who was the daughter who married President Eisenhower's son, when I was a kid, around the same time that I was in 5th or 6th grade, that, this all went down when I found out about, my legitimacy, being undercover. So we're going to play Nixon. It's really funny how they're setting up the shot. But he doesn't sound sick to me, but his daughter was over talking how he got sick after the impeachment. So here he is.
My friend Ollie always wants to take a lot of pictures. I'm afraid he'll catch me picking my nose. He wouldn't print that, would you, though, Ollie? Yeah. Now, you can take a long shot, but that's enough right now. Guess I can see it. Oh, you want a level, don't you? Yes. Good evening. This is the 37th time I have spoken to you from this office, where so many decisions have been made that shape the history of our nation. Need any more? Each time, I have done so to discuss with you some matter that I believe affected the national interest.
And so we're back. So anyway, it's very interesting. You can Google the Congressional Budget Act. But basically, they're the ones that kind of determine the budget for Congress and the president, vice president, attorney general, and the secretary of defense. I think secretary of defense. So anyway, it's interesting because one of the biggest allowances made is to the FCC, which is the Federal Communication. They're the ones that basically guard the networks. So once again, going back to CBS networks, CBS and NBC were closely affiliated, and then ABC, because Fred Silverman actually was the head of all 3 networks. He was the only man in history that ever was the head of the networks. He is the one that established Viacom, and he also took a meeting with me, and he was very adamant about getting my Social Security number. So I've told you that my Social Security has been, once again, when I was a kid, I've been told that my strawman, my Social Security, because of my lineage, because of my heritage, and because of who I am, is very valuable. So now Viacom right now is in court. The trust is in court. It was in Delaware. It's now being moved to Massachusetts, which I find extremely interesting. So we're also going to play a trailer of another CIA false flag that took place. It was a film that was released in 1997 starring Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman about the government and how they really do set up a lot of false programs or programming. Once again, MK Ultra, CIA, infiltration, industrial complex, all being related. So let's play that trailer.
There's a crisis in the White House.
What's the crisis?
And the president's top advisors have been called together.
Oh, jeez.
The sexual misconduct occurred inside the Oval Office. With the election only days away, how much will this scandal affect the outcome?
The president spent the weekend pressing the flash. He wasn't campaigning, he was dating, actually.
Now, Washington's top spin doctor
We can distract the press for 11 days till the election. I think we got a chance.
has an idea,
We can't afford a war.
We're gonna have the appearance of a war.
but he can't pull it off without Hollywood's top producer.
Do I know you? We have some mutual friends in Washington. Why come to me? We want you to produce. You want me to produce your war? Not a war, it's a pageant. We need a theme, a song, some visuals. We need, it's a pageant.
New Line Cinema presents
How close are you to this? What do you want the kid to say?
all the spectacle,
I know we're all concerned for the president.
I know we're all concerned for the president.
I know that we are all concerned for the president.
He didn't sell the line.
all the drama,
The president's gonna go to war with Albania in about 30 minutes.
Albania's hard to run.
These are chips.
We need it for the arm position on the screen. It'll be a kitten. We'll punch it in later, right?
and all the effects of real war.
Okay, put the village behind her.
Give me some sound of screaming.
Without the casualties,
America has seldom witnessed a more poignant picture of...
They used the same process with the last Schwarzenegger movie. You're the man.
Albania, Albania.
That rhymes.
I can't believe it. We forgot a hero. It was like we sent him the Christmas card and we left out the what do you call it? Fruitcake. There you go.
Sergeant Schumann, if I may, welcome to history.
How are you?
Anybody want a beer? Because I could party.
When it's cooking, it's cooking.
from Academy Award-winning director Barry Levinson.
When this goes national, I get to put it on my resume?
Actually, no.
What could they do to me?
Take him home to your house and kill you.
Academy Award winner Dustin Hoffman.
This is politics at its finest.
Academy Award winner Robert De Niro.
How would you like an ambassadorship? That's my payoff. Hell, I just do it for a story to tell. Oh, no, you couldn't tell anybody. Listen, I'm just kidding.
We are all aware restaurants and celebrity chefs come and go, but one restaurant is constant, El Cholo. Hi, this is Larry Elder. Since 1923, the original El Cholo on Western Avenue and those in La Habra, Santa Monica, downtown LA, Anaheim Hills, and the latest Corona Del Mar have served millions of loyal fans and multiple generations. If you've dined there, you know the reason why. It's those fresh green corn tamales, Carmen's historic nachos, the margaritas, and so much more. Treat yourself and dine at a restaurant you really want to go to, not one where you're supposed to go to. El Cholo. I know I do.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach. Footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. With one phone call, you'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. It's a free service, so call now.
Call now, 800-704-6182, 800-704-6182.
Is your business paying too much for your water? Pure Water Technology provides the world's best fully monitored, self-cleaning, bottle-less water purification coolers for your employee drinking water. That's right, I said bottle-less. Because Pure Water Technology can provide you and your employees with a much healthier and cost-efficient alternative than what you're currently using. And we provide free trials. Pure Water Technology has technology unlike any other company. And you can save an average office over 6,000 gallons of water annually. So you can do your part for our California drought, save water, at the same time have happier, healthier employees. We use new reverse osmosis technology. It's available only through Pure Water Technology. No one else has this system. And we save water too. Log on to ditchthebottle.com or call 888-790-7873 for free information and your free trial. 888-790-7873. Call now.
So we're back, and this is the last leg of the show, so we're going to tie it up. So anyway, I was talking about the Congressional Budget Act that Nixon passed in 1974, and he sounded really happy in his resignation. And I was told, now a lot of people in California said that he was resigned because of wiretapping. But when I was a kid and this was all going on, I was always told that it had something to do with Social Security. And I knew that his daughters were being cared for by his parents here in California and that they were collecting Social Security. And it also says in the budget that these provisions are considered, there's 6 of them, and the last one says that it does contain recommendations regarding the OASDI, in parentheses, Social Security Trust Funds. So you know how I've been talking about how the government has been accessing our strawman, our Social Security and everything. So Nixon also had a hand in that behind the scenes in 1974. Also, we've talked about the mind control, MK Ultra. Another thing is remote viewing and psychic abilities. Also, we've talked about CBS, NBC, and ABC. Now, you know, that trust or those affiliations are under the same umbrella. And actually, Viacom is a big investor in Paramount, which once again is the Mormons, which is LDS. And remember, I always said Latter-day Saints means credit on death. So we're going to play another trailer. It's a true story. It was released in 2009, and it's starring George Clooney. It's called The Men Who Stare at Goats, and it's about a psychic CIA team. So let's play that trailer.
My name is Bob Wilton. I'm a journalist. I've been investigating a story about a classified government program. So what you're saying is that you were a psychic spy?
A Jedi warrior.
I'd heard that the U.S. government was training psychic soldiers, and that Lynn Cassidy was the best of the best.
I've been reactivated. I'm on a mission.
I could come. Lynn's story was unbelievable, crazy, and completely true.
We have to dream a new America that no longer has an exploitative view of everyone. You will will be a psychic weapon. Feel it, yeah! You must create warrior monks who can pass through walls and see into the future.
Congratulations, Scotty. Sorry it doesn't work out between you two.
What are you doing? Cloud bursting. Keeps me in shape. And it's gone.
Geez, you had like the whole desert to drive in, Lynn.
Please, please. Thank you for picking us up.
How are we gonna stop them? They've got guns. We're Jedi. We don't fight with guns, we fight with our minds.
Holy.
So this is Robin Zodiac, and we don't have guns. We fight with our minds. And another thing, too, once you're in the actors union or once you're in the CIA, you're always in the actors union and you're always in the CIA. I'll be back next week to talk about more of what's really happening in the world as a psychic's perspective. This is Robin Zodiac. I want to thank Debbie, my engineer. I want to thank all you for listening, and I want to thank CRN Digital Talk for giving me a voice, and I'll see you all next week, same time, 1300 hour. Bye.
Yeah, a different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
Which is most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear